Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome, and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. It's been a week since Tom Brady retired, and we wish him well. He bring a lot to our team and to our community, and bring us the Super Bowl and 2 division titles. So good luck in the future, Tom. And then we're going to go back to what's going on over at One Buck Place this week after the retirement. And no news on the new offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We've had a couple second interviews, but no one's been hired for that position as of yet. And we need to hire that offensive coordinator before we can hire quarterback coach, running back coach, and some of the other coaches we need, some wide receiver coaches. We'll need the offensive coordinator in place, and it's just not been done. Sean Payton, now Denver Bronco head coach. We told you about Frank Reich being the Carolina Panther head coach. There's still some head coaching positions available, but we're really at the precipice right now because these teams who've got these new coaches are going to have to get 20 assistant coaches for each one of those staffs. So you need to get out there and get your offensive coordinator in position. But the Bucs, of course, lagging behind as usual, and are trying to feel their way out to get a offensive coordinator. But it don't look good from the salary cap situation, as the true Buck fans know here. Sports Talk with the Cowboy, we're going to keep it straight with you. We're $55 million under the cap. We're in bad shape. We're in cap hell. We're going to have to cut a lot of good players this year. Going to have to cut them right off the team. Some well-known players that we've all loved and supported. They're going to have to go. So we're in cap hell. We've got a terrible coach with Todd Bowles. Let's be realistic about it. He underachieved. If you're really nice to him, you could say he was underachieved last year. Even though he won a division title, he won it with a losing record. Okay, so we're going to have to see what happens this next year. There's a lot of things, as we've said before, are going to change in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But we've got to take baby steps first. Get an offensive coordinator in position with his Bucs. And we expect it to happen any moment. Could happen in the next day or two. Something's got to give, and let's get an offensive coordinator. No real big news other than that with the Bucs, other than all the news that there could be about the free agency period starting in March. Other players throughout the NFL are moving. As you know, Derek Carr was going to be traded from the Raiders. He got permission to talk to the New Orleans Saints today, and Derek Carr is down in New Orleans as a taping of this show talking to the New Orleans Saints. So for all the people that said there's no way New Orleans could do it, they had to get permission from the Raiders to talk to him, and Carr went and spoke with the Saints, speaking with them today, how they would swing $30 million a year deal with Derek Carr. I do not know. I'm not Mickey Loomis, the general manager of the Saints, but I'm telling you, he's in town in New Orleans. So the Bucs is going to have to get their ducks in a row and start getting ready for this next 2023 season. You got to get coaches in place. In the middle of March, all the free agents of the NFL can go to other teams. You better have your coaches ready to grab up some of those players. And then in April, as we know, is the NFL draft. So you've got to do some things, especially with the Bucs losing all these players, and they need to get that offensive coordinator in place as soon as possible. So that's about all we can tell you about the Bucs and about some of the moves around the league as far as the NFL is concerned. Free agents can't talk to other teams, but if a team is going to trade a player and gives the team that they're going to talk to permission, they can talk to that player, and that's how Derek Carr is doing it before free agency. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have continued to win. Before the All-Star break, they came off the All-Star break the other night, got beat real bad by the Florida Panthers, and then they went off and lost last night 4-3. But they're just trying to get their timing and some of their enthusiasm back they had before they went into the All-Star break down in Sunrise and took that break, which really hurt them because it's taking them time to get back acclimated of the season. We've got 30 games left in the regular season of the NHL for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we're in good position to make the playoffs, but we just got to get back on track like we were coming into the All-Star break. That's about all going on with the Lightning right now as far as our Rays are concerned. Pitchers and catchers report in less than 2 weeks to Wildwater Sports in Orlando because in Port Charlotte, the Rays training facility was wiped out by Ian. So they're going to be up at the Wildwater Sports in Orlando. That's where the Tampa Bay Rays pitchers and catchers report right after Valentine's Day, and that's just around the corner. And then we're going to get the regular team in by the end of February, and we'll have spring training baseball here in Florida in March. So this is what's going on with the Rays. As far as any other sports news, we have the Daytona 500 starting. It's going to be a week from this Sunday. This is Super Bowl Sunday. We're getting prepared for the Super Bowl. The Daytona 500 is a week from Sunday in Daytona, and it's going to be the Great American Race again. And we're going to have the dual races a week from Thursday That's just coming up Thursday. A week from next Thursday will be the actual duels up at Daytona to set the qualifying for the 500. But this is the Super Bowl week. Super Bowl week out in Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, between the Philadelphia Eagles representing the NFC and the Kansas City Chiefs representing the AFC. And it's all about the Super Bowl this week and the great game that will happen Sunday at 6:30 kickoff on Fox. Everybody in the world will be watching. If you're not, then you're alone. So get out there and watch the game. Personally, I believe the Philadelphia Eagles will win. The number one offense is the Kansas City Chiefs. The number one defense is the Philadelphia Eagles. Something's got to give. I think the Eagles will win by field goal. That's just my prediction. But we're going to be paying real close attention to that game. Now we're going to go to our question and answers. And tonight's first question is from Tammy. And Tammy's from Frostproof. And Tammy wanted to know what I thought about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback for next year. Tammy, I don't have any idea other than we're going to keep Kyle Trask, probably Brian Gabbert, and go get a veteran quarterback in the $7 to $10 million range. None of the 20, 30, 40s, or $50 million range quarterback where the Bucs get. But that's what I think is going to happen, Tammy. I think we might take one in the draft way late in the round. But we've already got one with a Kyle Trask. He's the young boy. Brian Gabbert is a veteran around the farmhand, you might say, around the team. Todd Bowles likes him. I think they're going to keep Gabbert, and they're going to go get a $6, $7 million a year quarterback. Taylor Heineke, Gardner Minshew, somebody like that. Thanks for your question, Tammy. And the next thing's from Phyllis, and Phyllis wanted to know what I thought about the plan to build the stadium in the gas district of St. Petersburg, the new Tampa Bay Ray baseball stadium. And they have agreed with the Heinz Corporation, who's built many stadiums, to build that stadium. As you know, Pinellas County does have the money in the bed tax to pay for the stadium. Tampa's got the land down in what they call Ybor, down in Ybor City, I call it. They call it Ybor Harbor or something. They got a new name for it. It's still Ybor City, down by the docks. They've got land. They're buying up some more, but they don't have any money to build the stadium. So I think that you're right about the St. Petersburg offer for the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium. That's where it's going to go. And David says, David is from Avon Park. Well, who do I think will win the Daytona 500? David, I have no idea. I'm going to be rooting for Front Row Motorsports and Michael McDowell, which is I've always rooted for, and he's only won a race. So he's only won one race in his whole career, so I lose a lot. So I'm going with Michael McDowell. But as far as a winner that I think probably could win would be Kyle Busch, driving for Richard Childress this year, and I think he could be a real player in that Daytona 500. So thank you for the question on Daytona, and God bless you for your support. DJX, what you got for me tonight?
Well, Cowboy, you know how we do it. Let's get right off into it, buddy. All right. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes no longer needs supporting cast. He creates one.
He does. He creates it with his very great play and backhanded throws and over the shoulder and past the ear. No one has ever done it like Patrick Mahomes. No one probably ever will.
That's big. Because
he runs all the directions and throws it. I mean, the GOAT himself would be an admirer of the man's special talents.
That's big.
And I'll say this. Between him and Joe Burrow, the new GOAT. Those are the two new GOATs.
Wow. That's big. That's big. I like it. Chiefs, Eagles, both strong offensive lines.
They are. Both.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Both are built different.
They are. One's to protect a mobile running quarterback and not have as much physicality, more finesse and speed with the Chiefs, and more just get down there in front of you and pound on you with the Eagles. And that's the same way the defense plays. And you got Chris Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs defense can rush and had almost 15 sacks. You got 5, count them, 5 Eagles with 15.
Yeah.
You got one Chris Jones. You got 5 Eagles with 15 sacks apiece. This team will fly at you. If you're going to stop Mahomes, J.J. Watt, the great defensive player who retired this year, says if you're going to beat Mahomes, you got to be able to stop him from all sides. Right. Most teams only got one good defensive player, but with the Eagles, they can swarm. And that's how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2 years ago beat Patrick Mahomes.
All right, that brings me here. The Eagles face a tall task against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. What 3 keys to beat the Chiefs?
What 3 keys for me?
What 3 keys do the Eagles need to beat the Chiefs?
Beat on them. Beat on them hard. Get up in front of them and physically beat them in the ground. Beat them on every move. Physically beat them. Hit Mahomes. Hit him. Hit him constantly. Hit him from every single direction. Because, you know, that's the formula that the one Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense used to beat Patrick Mahomes. And sports talk with the Cowboy Nation. The man who lines up looking into the eyes of Patrick Mahomes over the center is a guy named Adonijah Sue. Yeah, that guy. 2 years ago that tore his butt up over here in Tampa. That guy, Adonijah Sue, tore Mahomes up. Okay, and guess who he's playing for now? Philadelphia. That's right.
All right.
In front of him. So, yeah, I'm just saying he knows how to beat him. You got to keep Mahomes pinned in. He's going to roll the play looking for somebody to throw to. That's his M.O.
Yeah.
Roll out and look while I'm running. Now, I can throw the ball from any direction. I can be running and throw it over my head, see? No one else could have ever done that, but he can. So you got to pin him in. And when you get him pinned in around the edges, he's going to step up into the pocket. So you're going to need somebody in front of the center to push that center back into him. Adonijah Sue. Watch it on Sunday, and when you see his face, the damn Cowboy told us about Adonijah Sue sacking him and being all over him.
It's going to be good.
He's going to be there.
Eagles defensive end Brandon Graham on facing Mahomes. You can't play scared.
Can't play scared, but you know you're playing greatness. And I'd tell them if I was the coach of the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, gentlemen, you're playing greatness when you're playing Patrick Mahomes. Because there ain't no quarterback do what he can do. Patrick Mahomes is going to be the new Brady along with Joe Burrow.
There it is.
There's them two right there. Write it down. 10 years from now, we'll be still here telling you. You'll say, damn, they've won a lot of Super Bowls.
We say it first. Right here on Sports Talk.
They have.
Cowboy.
Right here, you've seen it. So I'm just telling you, he's right. Don't underestimate Patrick Mahomes because he's a great player. He is the team. The Philadelphia Eagles are a better team. Patrick Mahomes is a better player. His team, his team plays below Mahomes' talent.
Wow.
The Eagles, they're a team, and they are tough. They are tough.
Yes, sir. I'm going to leave it off right here. Jalen Hurts is on his way to becoming a face of the NFL.
Absolutely, he is. He could win a Super Bowl now, and he would be tied with Aaron Rodgers as much as we talk about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, the great Aaron Rodgers. How many Super Bowls Aaron Rodgers won? One. Jalen Hurts wins Sunday. How many will he have won? One. If Mahomes wins Sunday, how many will Mahomes have won? Two. Who else won 2 Super Bowls in the NFL right now? I'm going to tell you how many of them have done it.
0.
Okay? So, Jalen Hurts on his way. He's in the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl. And let me tell you about the Philadelphia Eagles. They lost 1 game this year. They're 17-1.
1 pony from being undefeated.
1 pony. And they're playing in the Super Bowl.
Well, all right.
That ain't one Sunday we woke up and we got good. You know? And they all coming back next year, so don't expect that they're going to lay down next year.
Right on. Well, that's what I got for you, Cowboy.
God bless you, DJ X. Thank you for your support. Tune in that Super Bowl on Sunday, 6:30 Fox. Until next show, be kind to your neighbor. Be good to each other. God bless you, Cowboy out.